So, let's see. What's going on over in Mexicolandia?
Well, I'm just looking at my ministers at the moment, which is kind of a futile effort because I have minus 150 political power, but I'm just kind of looking over them just to see who's going to get hit by the purges.
who's gonna be you know,
Yeah. Who's going on the chopping block?
yeah. And let's see. So it's 36. So I can
I'm
actually.
extremely paranoid, so I always have to make sure that they're loyal to the tourist regime.
Oh yeah, for sure. You got to make sure
course.
you're.
Otherwise, those damn capitalists will start getting involved. We don't want that.
Yeah.
Okay. We're still in 1936. Research thing is pretty much like economic.
That totalism, the actual focus tree that you have on the left there, that gives you a bunch of political power.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that might, that's not a bad thing to, dig yourself out of whatever the fuck you're in right now. The hole that you're in.
Yeah, I just had to pick something there.
Yeah.
Political plan I wanted to embrace. Oh, I'm still doing, I have the worst quality weapons.
Yeah, I know. I'm I have, this isn't even a weapon. This is... what was this? This is just hey, here's a stick that you're beating people with.
Oh, yeah. White piece, you pussies.
I don't even know if I should worry about trying to get tanks or anything. It's
What kind of resources you got? Let me see. 2 steel, 10, 12 steel, tungsten, oil. So you don't have a whole lot of steel. You got nice tungsten, so you could go an arty specialty, right?
yeah.
Total artillery kind of thing.
Yeah. Though apparently, if you look at Bolivia, they have the world's supply of tungsten. 77 tungsten.
You could start a tungsten empire.
Yeah, can I just build guns out of tungsten? Just
Well, tungsten's mostly just artillery. That's what it's used for.
yeah.
Which is fine. I've made divisions, which is if you have what is it?
Entire divisions out of tungsten.
No, I think if you got 7 infantry regiments, then 2 artillery regiments with support artillery in there, you get a really nice soft attack. And then if you mix that in with the superior firepower or land doctrine, that really makes that a nasty go. Because you can get the line artillery, you can go through the dispersed support section of that, and get the line artillery.
Yeah.
Soft attack bonuses.
I think I'm gonna go defensive doctrine guy for my chief of staff for the military. So I feel like I don't probably have the resources to do mobile warfare and.
Mobile warfare is only really good if you're doing Nazi blitz type of thing.
Yeah.
I think I'm totally going to be going after the United States here. They still have 5 divisions.
You're going to be very happy with that decision.
Huh?
So you're going to be very happy with that decision soon.
Are they going to go through a civil war?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, Yeah, I figure as much.
Yeah, it's like I kind of want to play the US to see, like, hey, can I, like, because they have sort of an interesting focus tree.
They have an insane amount of resources.
Yeah, well, of
Just,
course they do, because it's the usual.
but this is the problem with Hearts of Iron 4, right? You look at the U.S., insane amount of resources spread out around the entire country. You look at Canada, nothing,
Yeah,
nothing,
nothing.
nothing. They have 12 steel on the one coast, nothing, right? Anyone who knows even just a little bit of Canada should know how ridiculous amount of resources we
Oh yeah,
have,
no, for sure.
right?
Um,
What do we get? Nothing.
so
It's
Charles Curtis, who is,
absolutely stupid, right?
yeah,
And that's one of my biggest beefs with Hearts of Iron 4 is the resource distribution. Is that it's
yeah, it does. It
quite
is
terrible.
bothersome to look at the different resources and go like, hey, Germany has one province that has 180 steel and another one that has 110. Addition is 70, 56, 60, etc.
Right.
Like the whole of South America has.
Well, they made South America just a little bit better, but the fact that South America has
Six,
like 30 or 40 steel is ridiculous.
8, 10, 34 steel in the whole of South America.
Yeah, insane. No chromium. Chromium is Cuba. For some reason, Cuba has 160 chromium. Why in Cuba is there 160 chromium? Nobody knows. All they have in Cuba is sugar cane.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they have 4 steel and 160 chromium because that's makes sense.
Makes sense. Yep.
Um, the resource distribution in Hearts of Iron 4 is just
It's a bit screwy. Yeah, it's a bit.
very screwy. Very screwy.
If they change that, I think it would be great.
Yeah, they spread it out really nicely. They layer it out, comfortably. That had a little bit of
To where like everybody is capable of human function.
Well, not just that, but it makes it so that the majors are like the one thing about World War II is that trade was so exceptionally important to
Yeah.
the war effort
Yeah.
for everybody, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
Exactly.
just the Allies, but the Axis as well. And if you play against against the computers, against the AI is very much different than multiplayer. But if you're playing against the AI on a single player campaign, and you're playing as the Germans in a non-modded Hearts of Iron 4,
Right. Right.
you don't need to trade with anybody.
Basically, no. It's like, hey, I finally got to like 200 military factories. I guess now I need to start trading with people.
Well, I mean, even then, you can just make, to make the Luftwaffe and decent motorized, motorized army.
Yeah.
You just need to start putting the synthetic oil factories all over the place. That's all you really need to do. All the other resources you need are all local.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's true. It is a bit. I know.
So that's the one big beef that I have with this game. That and it's kind of a total war setup. Like I understand what Hearts of Iron 3 had this as well, but when you go to war with a faction, you have to end the war in order for the war to be done, right? You have to have total war, total victory kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Hearts of Iron 3 did the same thing as well, but with Hearts of Iron 3, you could avoid the total war a lot easier than you can in Hearts of Iron 4. Hearts of Iron 4, you got one free war at the beginning, and then your second war, either France or Great Britain is going to...
Yeah, by that second war, you have kicked off World War II, and you are at war with either the Allies or the Axis, or
the first war, you get a free war right off the bat, but after that, it's you're at war with the Allies, pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also find the... Oh, I'm now down. I'm up to average stability.
Hooray.
Um, I also find that the if you're, not a major faction, there's almost no point to go stay as diplomatic at all.
No, it's like, why
If I
would you
play a
not
minor,
immediately try to change to...
they always go fascist. Always.
Yeah.
Don't even bother with communists. Like, communists is okay, but fascist, the benefits that come with fascism is just so hugely above all the other options.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's like, hey, these are just infinitely better in terms of...
But, oh, there's that civil war.
It's happened.
Oh, all these different... Okay. Let's see what we're going to do here.
Second American Civil War. Democracy in the Philippines.
Reconquista. Time for me to go after California.
Oh yeah, you get a massive amount of territory from that. Just...
1937. Working on the industrial research.
The thing is, and again, like, when you see this happen with the US, it's like, I don't even know how they can survive. Like, I don't think they can. Like, the actual United States. Like, you look at any of them, and it's like, I think they just get destroyed. Like, I've never seen them do decently,
I just got an option to demand return of our territories.
Yeah. That would be part of your Reconquista, I think.
I wonder if they're actually going to do it.
Honestly, I think they usually say yes.
No, he refused it.
Oh.
Okay, so who am I at war with?
I think...
United Mexican States against the United States. The blue guys.
Yeah, you are at war with the blue guys, who are at war with everybody else who will get... They get squished. Canadian Civil War. A lot of times, honestly, they just go, yep, here you go, take the territory.
Well, this time they're like, nope.
Ah, bummer. You should be able to engage them pretty quickly. I don't think they even have... I mean, they have 41 divisions, but that's...
41? Really? But it's spread out a lot.
It's spread out, and they're at war with everybody nearby them.
Not only that, but they're militia divisions coming against the border. Thing is, I had all my divisions against California there, because that's who I thought I was going to be going to war against.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I was like, I thought for sure I was trying to, obviously I didn't read properly, but I thought the demanding of these states was going to be demanding from California.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
exactly.
it's not. I really need a lot more. I really need a lot more. Either Chancho. Ooh, Haiti and Dominican Republic. Man, there's so much going on in this mod. Like, there's...
Right? Like, that... See, that's the thing. That's what I like the most about this mod, is that, like... Again, what we were saying, in Hearts of Iron, or Hearts of Iron 4, you end up with one more maybe 2, and then
That's it.
that's it. You're in World War II. This, like, by the time the Second Weltkrieg actually kicks off, it's like there's 37 different wars going.
Right.
And, like, none of them involve every single person ever. They're all, like...
Small conflicts all over the place.
Yeah, they're all just different conflicts in different places all over the place. Like...
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Different stuff happening at different times, and, like, you're not going, okay, I can't go to war with you because I can't take on France and England at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, no, it's entirely different.
Yeah, it's a lot of different things going on.
Yeah, at once, and it's neat. It's real neat to have, like, hey, there's a different situation going on here. There's a different setup.
There was. Did you ever play the Millennial Dawn mod?
No.
So that one's set in the year 2000,
Oh.
right? And it has, like actual modern, divisions and modern tanks, and you get like, jets and stealth bombers and all that stuff, right?
Wow. Okay.
And it has all the nations. I can't borrow a plane from the U.S. to go to the Second International Congress.
Oh, no. It's probably
But I'm
because
still
you're
going.
fighting them. By the way, I know I'm shooting you. Can I... so DC has fallen.
Anyways, the Millennial Dawn mod is really neat because you have every single nation in the U.S. at the start of the year 2000. Or sorry, not in the U.S. Every nation in the world at the start of the year 2000, right?
Yeah.
So Africa is like just peppered with countries, right?
Yeah.
All over the place. And you can form ISIS if you want. The World Trade Center
Wow.
terrorist
Okay.
attacks happened.
Yeah.
Right? And there's the Iraq War. There's the Afghan War. You can start like a nuclear war with Russia, and like Putin's in charge and the whole thing.
Wow.
If you want, but I really enjoyed it. There was a lot of neat things about it. The only thing is, like, and they have like the UN, there's NATO, there's all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
The only thing that I found that was kind of bothersome about that mod, sorry, a little thing popped up, so I was trying to read
No,
it,
that's right.
was that it's there wasn't enough conflict, because it makes sense. Year 2000, there was just Iraq and Afghanistan, that's it, right? But no one's picking fights, right? There's no nations going to war. Everyone's just kind of posturing themselves.
Yeah.
So it was actually kind of a boring mod in that sense.
That's sort of a shame.
Like you really have to, it's up to the player to start conflict, and basically the only way you can really start conflict is to pick a fight with the United Nations.
Yeah.
And that's all really you can do. Because I think it was Canada, of course, right? And I invaded Africa, and I had half of Africa under my control. They also changed the resources around. Africa actually has a lot of
Right.
resources, right? So they made Africa pretty resource rich, and I started just ransacking all these little African countries. I had all of Southern Africa under my control, and then finally it was like, I think, like South Sudan, which happened to join the United Nations right before I invaded them, and then suddenly the United Nations came after me, but I was getting myself ready to invade the United States anyhow, so I had like 60 divisions right along the border, just waiting. Right, I was just getting myself ready, and suddenly it's like, you just out of war with the United Nations. I'm like, oh, well, that's quite convenient.
Yeah.
Just
Funny,
immediately
I was
invaded,
exactly planning that.
immediately invaded the United States, and I took them out in something like 4 months.
Wow. That's
Something stupid like that.
it's hilarious.
But no, it's pretty good. It has really neat concepts. But yeah, I found that you really had to push um,
Hmm.
the conflict
Yeah.
a lot.
That's
Like you had to create the conflict. Trying to say.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know how good that is, but I mean, I guess it's different for the different mods, but it's like, yeah, it just sort of feels like really we're going to go with a mod that like no one will fight, like the game's about going to war and everyone's just going to sit there. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not really.
Now, keep in mind this is my views from playing it. I think in the mod twice.
Mm. Yeah.
So maybe I just had bad runs.
Yeah, it's possible. So what are you? You are a destroyer that I built.
How you doing with stuff down there?
I'm not doing bad. I'm just not like
Not doing.
there's a lot of focuses that I have to burn through before I can actually do something.
Right.
Because more or less it's like, hey, we have the quenched expansionism, so we don't actually want to go anywhere or do anything or fight anybody. So it's like I have to burn through a bunch of text or a bunch of focuses to get down to let's change that up.
Right. War.
That's gonna be an interesting one. Is France gonna?
I say socialists will win.
Yeah, that'll be. I think Italy's gonna lose.
Oh, Spain went into a civil war. I see.
Yeah, Spain's in a civil war.
A three-way. That's awesome.
Yeah, one of them's communist, one of them is like monarchist, and one of them is. I don't actually know. I don't actually know what. Paternal autocrats. Authoritarian democracy. I don't know who's in charge at this point, or what exactly is going on. Carlos, Spain. The interesting thing, though, is that basically they all have separate focus trees.
Right.
Like, each of the revolutionary factions has a separate focus tree. Which is totally cool.
Right. Yeah. Fourth Balkan War. Another what? Oh man. It's like a.
Yeah, I told you this is a massive change up. Like everything changes.
Wars. Look at current wars.
I know, right? Like I told you, by the time that
Romanian Civil War. Oh right, the Haitian Dominican War. You got me in America. You got the American Civil War going on. Oh, a war in China. Dutch, African, Portuguese War. So there's war going on in Africa.
yeah, there's a lot of.
Lordy.
Like I said, by the time that like.
I need to find somebody who will.
Basically, that France and Germany go to war again. It's a massive, like, everything is different, and by that point, like, there's 1,000 different wars going on. It's so cool to go like, wow, everything is entirely different than what it was before.
Damn, the only other totalist country in the world is
Burma.
Georgia. Georgia, send me some infantry equipment, and they're like, nope.
Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, we don't really want to.
Oh, no.
I feel like I should have played as somebody who has a faster sort of growth.
I have no guns.
Because like right now, it's like I got 23,000 troops, or 23,000 manpower, and like...
I need to blitz this. I need to finish this war. My amount of guns is very, very low.
Hey, there he goes. Syndicalism in Burma.
Oh boy.
Yeah, if you can hit Denver, you can probably...
I'm rushing for it.
Yeah.
I'm rushing for it.
Because they are so tied up with everything else. And this, again, is the first time I've seen, like,
3%.
American Union State actually do well.
Oh yeah. Fall of Denver.
Fall of Denver, Mexican forces. Where's their capital is Minneapolis now, which is right next to.
Ugh.
Well, that being said, like,
United States gets a peace offer from me.
yeah, they are. It's 87% in your favor.
Well, I just got an event that says the United States for me.
I suspect that might be the give me the territory that I want.
Come on, baby. I know you want to. Because I am like 10,000 behind on rifles right now.
Yeah. That's the thing, like, it all sort of depends, because it's like, as Austria, you get an event after the Pope dies to go, hey, I want to force you to put...
What the hell is this? Egypt. Egypt sent the United States some troops. There's Egyptian divisions here.
Really? Wow, that's,
They're right there. What are you guys doing here, Egypt? Huh?
What you doing, buddy? Hey. Looks like,
there we go. Yes.
There you go. That's your territory back.
I'm okay with that.
So yeah, basically, like, I had a situation where playing as Austria, you get an option to force a Habsburg onto the Italian throne, instead of a pope. And sometimes they'll go, okay, that's fine. Sometimes they'll go, no. And then sometimes they'll go, okay, that's fine, but we're not going to be a puppet of you.
Okay.
So you can force them to be a puppet, and then sometimes they'll say, okay, sure, and then other times they'll go, no, and then you have to go to war with them. And it's like, oh, you go to war and you wipe them out, and then France immediately declares war on Italy after you finish. And it's like, shit, you don't have any troops, Italy. So, yeah, you just doomed the US by taking a bunch of territory.
Yeah, I did.
So, good job,
Okay,
you.
It'll all be mine eventually.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, you get some stuff now. You can take California or something, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure I can. Oh yeah, infantry equipment production cost minus 10%. Yes. Okay, let's actually options. Pacific States of America is in faction. I can do a retake California. Well, they're not in a faction. When Central America goes to war with the United Provinces of America, then I can take out Central America. Not incredibly important at the moment, however.
Yeah, it's like sometimes there's so much stuff that it's like, I don't know which way to go or which one to go in.
I'm glad that that war ended when it did because
S-
yeah, I was so getting so behind on infantry
So,
equipment.
guess what crashed?
Hearts of Iron crashed.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did. Ah, son of a bitch.